Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of Unbound. I spent the last day and a half almost updating the mod pack to version 1.2. I added mods like Thaumcraft add-ons, what was the other one? Why Not, which is a bridge mod, so I can use XNet with mechanism gases in the future. And I also added Super Sound Muffler, which I stumbled across in SevTech. It's a really cool mod that adds a new sound muffler that you can block certain sounds directly instead of just making everything quiet. And then translocators as well, and then also industrial foregoing. But before I show you guys what we're gonna need the industrial foregoing out here on the oil rig, Thaumcraft is gonna be in a future episode here. I want to get started with that. I haven't played with that in a long time, and instead of just making a separate series, I do want to play with it here. And we'll get started, like I said, in an upcoming episode. And two things went wrong in the update that took me a very long time. A lot of mods were not compatible this time, the updates and so on. It was a bad update for me to figure out which versions work and what not, but I hope I got it all figured out. I really hope so. Otherwise, I mean, if you stumble across any issues, make sure you let me know on the GitHub or report them directly to the mod authors, whichever you want to do. But you guys see, our walls are different. That was the main problem I ran in first. This update made it so all the chisel and bits, let me show you guys this here real quick. I still have them in my bag. All chisel and bits blocks that had anything from the chisel mod. So, okay, this is a little confusing, I know. But there's two mods. There's the chisel mod that you use this chisel right here to change blocks into other looking blocks. And then there's the chisel in bits mod where you can break down blocks into small bits and put them back together, right? So the chisel mod blocks, when you chisel in bits those are the ones that disappeared. Other ones like vanilla blocks, as you guys can see here, like this right here, glass, regular vanilla glass, as well as from other mods like X-tones or Z-tones. Which one is it? I think we have X-tones. Those work fine, but all these other ones where it shows texture missing, these were all old chisel blocks. And you guys can see I cannot place these, nothing. And what also happened is, I need to empty this here, eventually get rid of them. What also happened is that all the block spaces here were taken up by phantom blocks. I could not walk through them, right? But then when I restarted the world again, they were all vanished. I was able to place blocks, okay? So make sure, and the other problem I had, these windows right here, I was not able to place until I filled this 2x2 here with other blocks, broke them again, and then I was able to place those. So just keep that in mind. And the other problem is, and I left all this in the patch notes, by the way, so make sure you read that, was that the Ender Hopper from Dark Utilities, I think, right? What was the Ender Hopper form? Ender Hopper, where's it at? That right here. Yeah, from Dark Utilities. I had one and I wanted to use it for something and I placed it, and then I tried all kinds of other things as well, downgrading the version and whatnot. It kept turning into a tessellating block, which means I just was in a crash loop until I used MC Edit to get rid of those Ender Hoppers, right? So make sure that you remove those from your world first before you upgrade. So now before we get started on our project from out there today, there's three more things that I want to show you guys real quick that I did between episodes. I've been very busy for many hours preparing for this episode. Number one is I made this little setup over here. This is a cobblestone generator tier 2 from Tiny Progression. The cobble goes in here and then goes into a pulverizer that you get a byproduct of gravel, and you also get sand. And then the sand goes directly into this furnace, which smelts it into glass. And I've been full now because I need a lot of glass. To make dark glass, and well, there was one more thing that I needed a lot of glass for. I forgot now. But anyways, I just wanted to have an endless supply of these three right here, because it's always nice to just have glass. I set something like this up usually in every one of my series. So, very simple. I mean, this is super easy to set up, right? So, just pull in from the left, make sure you turn on auto input, and then output to the right. And over here, all you do is send the byproduct to the left and the main product, which is sand. You don't see it here because it goes out so quick to the right, and have it pull in from the bottom directly. So this is, if I need glass, I take it out of here, put it in my system. The same with sand. Oh, this was the other thing. Besides glass, I also need sand to make all the concrete. There we go. And I might as well just have this run here, right? So, that is number 1. And number 2 in this area here is I ran into something, right? I started running low on oil. And I never, you know, I don't pay attention. I don't come over here every hour and check, hey, do I still get oil or not? And this is actually the 4th oil well now that I have to set up. That was the first one over here. And I'm on the 3rd one in the mining dimension. I keep moving it over there. So I wanted a system that when I start not being full on oil, that I get notified. So what I did right here is, can I break this by hand? Yes, okay, then it breaks slower. Is down here underneath this fluid tank, I have a basic gate that checks, is the tank full? If yes, give out a red pipe signal, which runs along over here in the wall to underneath this redstone clock right here. Wow. What's that about? Alright, let's place them again. Maybe it fixes it. But you guys see here, down here is another gate. Down here is a power cell with power going up to a fireworks box. And next to that is a redstone clock. And this fireworks box is set to pulse. So if this redstone here, as you guys can see, it said if there's a redstone pipe signal, have redstone, it's disabled, right? So if I turn this off right here, so for example, if I break this cable right here, so now it would be not full. We have these fireworks going off here, right? And I can hear them from everywhere, from the house, from Botania, Astro Sorcery. I hear them from very far away, right? And that's my notification then I'm running out of oil, okay? The well is empty, no more new oil is coming in. You gotta do something. And then I know I need to go ahead and switch it to the next position. It's just a little thing here that I came up with, and I'm very happy how it works. I cannot believe that this doesn't work right now. Why only here? Okay, I'm gonna leave this because, well, it should work. I have not had any problems with these. Yeah. So I'm not sure, maybe they're gonna reload later, or I look into what to do, because it's the same one as this one, so what the heck. So I'm gonna set up a little bit of an automatic plastic generation right here, and let's take a look at it real quick, so I can show you guys what it takes to make plastic, if I can type it. Right here, these plastic sheets, which you need for a lot of the industrial foregoing machines. You know, there's 51 pages of things you can use plastic in. So these sheets are really good to have, right? But in order to make them, you need to smelt this stuff here, dry rubber. And dry rubber you get from crafting 9 tiny dry rubber together. And a tiny dry rubber comes from a latex processing unit. Okay, I know the whole setup here. I kind of laid it out already, so I know if it works or not. I haven't ran it yet, but I prepared it. So the first thing we're going to stick down here, so it's out of the way, is an aqueous accumulator. That's kind of like the only... can I get this under me? Yes, perfect. Okay, so let's set the output to the top. Perfect. And I can jump too high, and that comes to here. There you go. So we have endless water coming right here. And this is going to be for the latex processing unit right here, that thing. This is going to fill with water, and over here goes latex, and that then makes us the tiny rubber balls there, okay? And this, of course, it also needs power. So we're going to put a power cell right next to it and set that to all out, and I already linked this card, so it's in our network. How far are we up now? Oh, we're up to 2 million. Okay, so it's now charging because this power cell here was empty. Now, this guy here still needs the actual latex, right? And I think that the latex, this thing right here, it's the wrong way. It needs to be this way. This guy right here, I think that it auto pushes out if there's something next to it. If not, then we'll need to figure it out. But we can test that right now by taking just one... what are we gonna use to run this? That's why I'm putting... Let's use birch. I don't use birch very much. So let's put one right here. And you guys are gonna see... Yeah, it's already extracting latex out of the logs, okay? That's how this machine works. And then eventually the log will disappear. And it does not bring this over automatically. Okay. So I'm gonna have to... do it right here. Let's get 2 of you. And, oh man, I don't want to use a big server for that. Let's just make a small server real quick for this. Oops, turn this off. Hopefully I have all the materials. Yes, I do. Good. Let's go ahead and put that here and set it to automatic. All right, does this go in here now? Perfect. Good. See, and it's already making tiny dry rubber. It takes a while to set up here, but I don't want to have to come over here and constantly place these logs, right? So for that, I made an auto placer, and hopefully I can figure out how to do this. I'm going to break this for a second. Oh, it's stacked back. Interesting. Can I turn you some? Aha, we can turn them. There we go. This is the way I want to place it. So now I can put wood in here and it's going to place it in front of it and continue doing that. So I just need to supply this. You know, I can put 9 stacks in here. That's a lot. So that goes over there. And then we're going to need to auto craft this. So that's, I made an RF2's crafted. It's the first one so far. Can you shift click into this? I don't really know. No, not latex. Plastic. I never tried that, I think. This right here. It does work, but of course... Oh, apply. So, and this one is gonna go external. No, external. What is this? XC. So right here, I want these to go apply. So when it crafts this stuff, it should go into here. And then we need the redstone furnace, which we can put right next to this. No, we can't. We need the power underneath. My bad. Right there. And let's set this up here real quick. So we're going to have input top and then output to the left. And we're going to put a drawer right here. Done. Cool. Let's get you right here. Oh, no. That's why I made these right here. I totally forgot. I made the item translocators. For the first time, I want to start using them more. They're really cool when it's just one block away like this. And if you want to go, you always click the nipple on these, which way you want it to go. Okay, and now we're going to see they're going into here. And you actually see them moving. And then, of course, I want it to come out into the smelter right here. And output left. Okay, so now we just need to wait for more latex to happen over here. How much does it take per ball? I'm going to guess 100. It's going up. There we go. It was 75, it looked like. So it looks like it crafted one. Yep, it's in here. And it was smelted, and there's our first plastic sheet. So I added 2 more of these 3 fluid extractors and 2 more auto placers. I just put different woods in here. It doesn't really matter. And if you look back here carefully, you can see the jungle right there, dark wood, dark oak, and the birch down there. Because I'm going to need a lot of plastic sheets, okay? I'm up to 42 now. It's been quite some time. I did a little bit of building and so on. So this is not a fast process, right? But it's kind of set it and forget it. But right now, I need a lot of plastic sheets. Because at minimum, my calculations so far is I need 5 mob crushers, 4 for the main area, and then 1 separate for the guest. I need 29 mob duplicators. Those are the auto spawners. 28 for the main area, 1 for the ghast. And I would also like to add 1 mob slaughter factory. Because when you use that on animals, I think, or maybe on everything, you get that pink slime and whatnot, we might maybe need later. So I just want to add that there, right? And it's kind of cool. I just noticed that we can see the rig from here in the shadow, in the mist, I should say, in the haze back there. That's pretty cool. So I wanted to show you just this upgrade here. And I also just changed. Let's go to the factory. I just upgraded our blast furnace. I made it the improved blast furnace and added the 2 blast furnace preheaters right here. You know, it's just a little bit of steel and iron. It wasn't bad. And then up here, you just add... oh, it's already... Is it done? Almost. Okay, there wasn't exactly a stack, but it was... I took a few out extra. You need 4 stacks of charcoal per stack of iron, right? So I'm gonna need to get more and keep this going because I'm gonna need a lot of steel, all right? But let's talk about what all of this is actually for, because you guys probably want to see what all this is for, and we are going to the rig now. The rig, you guys, I gave you a little bit of sneak peek from over here last time. Just I showed you the rig itself. Let's start from the bottom just for a quick minute. Let's get in this boat so I don't need to bob around. Right here. So I set up just, it's a little bit smaller than 3 chunks. Let's rudder over here. You see, it's just 2 blocks shy or 3 blocks shy of full 3x3 chunk. And I kind of centered it. So this is actually an even number build, not an odd, because, well, I just wanted it to line up in the center of these chunks. I made a bunch of this aluminum scaffolding here. Just, I don't know. I was just playful. I looked at a bunch of images from oil rigs and so on. And then I noticed that there's a lot of chaos on these, okay? On top. And I'll explain that in just a second what I mean by that. But they always seem to have a main middle thing and then some floaters around it or something, right? So there's even some propellers I put right here, so this could kind of adjust, you know, it's the angle, or it can fight against the waves, whatever you want to do it, right? Just a little bit playful here. So let's go back up top. Let me get out of the boat and teleport. All right, so here we are. Let me first point out these things right here. I love these. Oh, man, I should have showed you from underneath. Sorry, we're going to have to go one more time. Look how cool they look from down here. With those rivets, and oh my god, they turned out so nice. I was very lucky to find this. This is from the platform mod that we used over in the factory around the water wheels. But with this terracotta, it looks so much better. By the way, you cannot use concrete in this machine here. With it, I was only able to use terracotta, no concrete. And this is the scheme that I came up with here. And I think it looks great. I love this border around it, right? So I made a couple buildings here already, and let me just explain how everything is going to work. Everything is going to come down right here in this 4x4. From this block right there to here. This is going to be the main killing area. We're going to have a bunch of these mob crushers around it, probably 2 here and 2 here. I want to make sure that they're fast enough, okay? I want to, you know, get as much bang for my buck. Then over here, we're going to have a cursed earth farm, because I'm going to have to at least jumpstart this to get mob essence, right? Because the mob spawners, or what are they called again? Mob duplicators. They need mob essence and power. And now, some of you might say or think is like, hey, how come you don't just use the evil craft, actually to this, the drop of evil, to pick up the spawners like we did last time, and then just redstone control them? Because I think it's cheesy. That's the main reason, guys. I want this to, you know, there be some effort in order for me to spawn mobs. So I really wanted to set up power and a system for the mob essence and so on, so I can just keep spawning. There's 14 spawners going to be up here and 14 in this. So altogether 28 spawners. And then the cursed earth farm. And then I also need a gas room somewhere. That I cannot transport the gas into the middle here. So we kind of have to separate it. I'm not exactly sure yet where I want to put this. And you can probably tell this is going to be a couple episodes until this is done. So instead of explaining it any further, I thought that we're just going to get going. Today's goal is definitely to get the power going. And I still need to wait for a bunch more steel to be made, but I thought the first part we can already start. Being that when you check the manual right here for the solar tower, it says that if we use distilled water, we get 750 millibuckets of steam. And with water, 500 millibuckets. So, of course, I want to have the maximum amount of steam here with one solar tower that we set up later. And everything is going to start with right here, this tank right there. This is going to be a water tank, and then this is going to be a distilled water tank. And I'll still need to figure out what I'm going to do with the salt. I don't necessarily want to throw it away, but I'm not sure how I'm going to save it yet. But everything starts with actual water. So I made another Buildcraft pump. Because I wanna, you know, I want it to look very cool too, if possible. As cool as it can be. And I think we're going to, let me get this here, like there. I can place you. Okay, great. Because you can never place scaffolding for some reason. So let's just use dirt. Okay, so let's come over here. And we're gonna come up one. And then I think 2 out. Yes. I just want it to look, you know, like it would actually belong here. Let's come to here. And then I need to set this up from below. Right there. Now I forgot if the... Or maybe we can get the... Wow, this extended fast. That is what I wanted right here. And I'm pretty sure that the water should be able to keep up. It's not going to suck this empty. I think it will keep forming. At least I hope so. It would suck if it didn't. And then I think because we have a little bit more room on this side, I'm going to put the... Where are we going to put that? I think we'll put it right here. I made a new ender chest, black, 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 and it's pumping in charcoal automatically because right here I want to use a combustion engine. And let's get this lever on here. This can always run, and we're going to use just some regular... it doesn't connect. Do you only connect from the back? Wait. Oh, I made a combustion. I'm an idiot. I need the oh, this can stay there. I need the Sterling one. Let's get a couple more of these made. Dang it. I can't believe I made the wrong engine, but that's fine. This one right here. Okay, so I'm gonna just need some stone gear. Okay, let's just make this real quick. Whoop, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get these two. And 1, 2. Alright. And the rest I hopefully... What? Put those there. Alright, there we go. Now we got the correct one. And this one goes right here. And you better be connecting now. And let's sleep real quick. Alright. And of course I still need to make a servo again. Should probably make a couple of these. Just to have more. Alright. Put that on here. And start pumping this out. So this is gonna fill. And we can put this lever on here. Well, actually, we don't need to turn it on just yet. Okay, it's already getting... Alright, there we go. We got the first one. And this is gonna come out of here. And now I need to get it in on the top. So, I probably don't have enough fluid pipes. I am not prepared. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's go ahead. Recipe. I've been smelting up things left and right from the quarry. Making sure... I do want to use these for this part right here, just so I can see the water flowing. And... let's go up. We need to come into there. And this is where it's gonna be start shining here soon, with all the different pipes and everything we're gonna have. How am I gonna get there? No! Can I jump here without hitting my head? Yes. There we go. Right, up and over. All right there. Good. So now if we flip this lever... Well, you gotta be kidding me. How many times am I gonna fall in the water? I guess that's what I get for working on an oil rig. A gas rig, whatever it is. Alright, so let's see. Okay, I see water coming. It should be fine. I could have used redstone engines, but again, it's too cheesy. You know, I want to be using stuff that I need to create to stay on top of it. Alright, so this is filling quite fast. Almost 15 buckets. Alright, so now this thing over here I've never used before. But I did see that there's an orange, 2 orange outputs and 1 blue one. Where do I click? Oh, right there. Done. This is the distillery. The distiller. There's an output here and an output there. And an input here. And of course we can put a lever there, but I guess we should always... Nah, I'm not going to put levers. Why would I ever turn this off, right? And if I do, then I will do it when it is needed. And now we're going to start using these right here. So this guy right here should just run across like this. And now I'm going to need a lever on... Let's put it on this side. And if we turn this on, this should be starting... Yes, it's starting to fill with water. And now, of course, everything is not going to work here until this actually has power, which I need to supply it. So I'm not going to have power until the very end here. So I need to jumpstart this somehow, right? So I think for right now, I do have this cube over here. I just want to see if it actually works, right? I don't have any more power cells. I need to make a few more. Okay, so you are getting power, and look at that. It's making distilled water really fast. Where's the salt? I can keep up with the power too. I am not sure where the salt is. Is it popping out somewhere? It shouldn't. Actually, I don't even know where the output is. Okay, anyways, so now here, I'm hoping that this is the... No, it does not connect. Is it here? Aha! So this is probably item output then. Okay, that's fine. And we need to come from... Let's see if I can jump this. Yes. We need to come in over here. And... let's just... Oh, is it connecting? No. Come on, get up there. And... there we go. And over. And it's filling. So, we got the first part done. I think I'm going to leave this power cell here for now. So we start filling here. So later on we get a better feel if this actually works properly or not. And it looks like if you look right here, the water is still going up. So this pump over here is fast enough. How are we doing on the source block? Everything is fine. I like it. It's coming together. I'm very excited about this project. So now the next thing is I gotta make the solar tower over here. Well, it's many hours later now of waiting on steel and tons of crafting. The salt did pop out. I ran by here and then picked one up from the ground eventually. So I made a frame drawer, and I'm gonna stick with this yellow here for some of the things. I really like that. It really catches your eye that there's something important here. And we got 8 salt so far, and this is all full right now. The only difference is I moved this in one. It was one out further, but I wanted to make sure that I stay within the chunk, okay? Because I'm gonna load a 3x3 here, and that way the pump is inside. If I put it outside, then the pump won't be loaded and everything else stops, right? So the other thing here is now that we're gonna have to get started with the solar tower, and this is what took me forever. This is a lot of steel. These heavy engineering blocks, steel blocks, 12 of them, 54 steel scaffoldings. This stuff needs steel. I don't remember. A lot of stuff needs steel. It was really... I've never made this much steel, I think. It's pretty crazy. Give me that. Oh, I should probably put the magnet back on. I turned it off because I was making so many plates and wires and stuff over in the factory, so I didn't want to pick anything up. And first I want to get started with this silver right here and this steel, okay? This is both, you guys see, this is thermal foundation and mechanism. And for the building here, I'm going to guess that we probably need the immersive version. The same as here. Immersive engineering, storage, chisel. Chisel. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this last one here as well. I just wanted to get the immersive version, right? That makes sense. Let's get this out of here. Okay, so let's go ahead and build the solar tower first. And I'm gonna need this and that. Let's go to that page, and I'm gonna just explain this real quick here on this. No, right there, the solar tower. This is how you build the solar tower itself, but then the important thing is we need 4, or we can have up to 4. You need a minimum of 1 of these solar reflectors around it. And it's a little bit difficult to understand this last page here, okay? It says to work, there must not be block between it, the solar reflector, and the solar tower. At the top of the reflector. This whole sentence here doesn't make any sense. And I'm not reading this wrong. There must not be block between it and the solar tower. But then down here it says... the solar tower and the distance between the reflector and the solar tower must be between 5 to 10. What? 5 to 10 blocks, I'm guessing? So I've seen people have 2 gaps and then a solar reflector. And then in our SevTech streaming series, Non just recently made it and he did not leave any gaps. So I'm gonna go without any gaps and see if it works. I unfortunately don't know if it will. If it doesn't, then we need to rearrange this all over here, which is no problem. It's just, you know, losing a little bit of distilled water, maybe. Alright, all 4 are there. I slipped the night away. And now let's see. It still does not show me that there's... I'm not really sure if there is something else that I need to do here, but I don't think so. I just don't think that you can, at least in this version of Immersive Engineering, I'm on the latest version now that I updated, that it's possible that it doesn't work anymore. So, I'm gonna just say that in the book, again, later in the chapter it shows The center of the solar and the distance between the reflector and the solar tower must be between 5 and 10 blocks. I'm guessing that's blocks. That's a lot. So that means I'm gonna have to get rid of this thing here first of all, and we're gonna have to move this thing here somewhere much further over here. So I would probably have one tower like here, right? Then in the middle here, the tower there, a tower back here, and a tower here. And then this whole setup over there needs to either move to the end over here or along over there. I'm not sure yet, but let me tear all this down and set up this tower again. And those 4 solar panels, or the solar reflectors, in a different location. Okay, so let's see if we get lucky this time. I'm going to form this thing in the middle here first. Where's the redstone block? There it is. So there's the solar tower. And I'm going to click these from the... What? Huh? Did I build this thing wrong, all 3 of them? I thought that I just did that. Probably built it wrong. Pause. Stop. Oh, it's fences instead of the scaffolding. Okay, that's easily fixed. Let's put this in the offhand. At least I did all 3 of them the same wrong way. There we go. I don't know if I need to form these from there we go. From the outside or the inside, but I'm gonna form them from the outside, all of them. Just so it's the same way. Oop, almost just ran off the edge. Kind of bothers me there's just so much room right now. What? What? What am I supposed to do here, peeps? Am I doing something wrong? Do you need water? Oh, there we go. It just took a second to kick in. Never mind. Now we got full sunlight. Very nice. Whew, that scared me. Alright, so we're gonna come out from the bottom here. Now... whoop, this page right here. Let's get these guys. So we're gonna come in here, but I don't really want to run this just on the ground, right? I do want to have this... like at least 2 off the ground. Let's go 3 off the ground. Hey. Oh wow, you can place something in there. Holy shnikes. Okay, can I get up here? Come on. There we go. Let's put it up at this height. Which doesn't make any sense. That's not realistic. I would not let this run right in front of the solar reflector, right? You know what we could also do? I have to check how that works. I want to check this real quick. Can we, if I put this in the ground, can I right-click this with the aluminum scaffolding? I know I can do with the steel. Ah, nice. I'm gonna do that. That is so much better. It's gonna add a lot of flair to our setup here. Oh, that is cool. I like this. This is very nice. I'm probably gonna change that over here as well, right now. Okay, well, we'll just come 1 down. Like this. Because I have so much aluminum, you know, I don't know what to do with it. I like this. That is much cooler. I like that. But up here, of course, we're gonna stay above ground. That doesn't make any sense. So now, you don't have any yet, right? No. I'm gonna have to give this guy a redstone signal. From right there. Do it. And it's getting distilled water, and we already have steam. Just like that. Very cool. It's the second time I had to build this alternator over here because I had it the wrong way around. And I didn't notice that until I formed them. So now here we go again. Let's form this one first. This is the actual turbine. Bam, you click that block right there. And then it keeps disappearing. I'm not sure what the point is of that, but nothing I can do. And then you press the center one over here. Yeah, now they're connected in here properly. Okay, I had it the other way around. So this is working now, which is nice. And now we can hook up the water. We're gonna go... This actually works out pretty nice right there. I don't have any more of these. Plate. Let's make a couple more of them. Let's just make that many. By the way, I have a bunch of the steel scaffolding left over. I think I miscounted somewhere pretty badly, because I was constantly short on the steel sheet metal, but the scaffolding apparently I made way too much. And now this is closed off. So, over here I haven't connected this here yet, and then we're also gonna need a lever right there. Okay, so why don't we connect this here first, so it goes into this new tank. We're getting steam. Very nice. Distilled water is doing its thing. Let's see if this is keeping up. Well, it looks like this... Oh, hello. It looks like this can keep up right here. Still full and still full. Okay, so that's nice. But it's draining now. Well, it's almost noon, so... I should be going at full power, but we'll see. We'll see when everything is filled up, right? And now to come over here. I don't think there's an indicator on this, by the way, anywhere. There's no GUI on either one of these. I don't exactly know how much this holds. This is built with 5 HV capacitors. HV capacitor, how much do they hold? I don't remember. I think at least 1 million. I think more. Alright, so this is spinning. It was spinning. I know this generates an insane amount. It's already full, 1.2 million. You guys saw how fast that filled it? And that is why it stopped. That is insane. How much power this makes. But it's all about if we can keep up with the steam or not. Well, right now it's not doing anything, so... It's filling again, so very cool. We got our power set up. Now, of course, I'm gonna have to do some planning here between episodes on how I want the rest of this set up here. And I'm also gonna have to build all the things on our clipboard. The 29... Where's my clipboard? Right there. What did I say? I needed 29 mop duplicator, 5 mop... I mean, this is not hard. Compared to this stuff here, those are gonna be easy peasy. And we'll check on the plastic in a second how much I made in this time. But I'm gonna let this sit here, so until next episode everything is gonna be full. I hope the steam is gonna be full as well. And then we can tell... Here's another thing is, by the way, I do want to put a lever on this one. Just in case I want to turn this off. Is this gonna use any more? Sorry for the beeping. It looks like it's building up the same amount. At the same speed, so it's not running, so it's not using any steam, and apparently steam in Minecraft stays hot forever, which I'm not mad about. So guys, that is it for today. Let's go over and check real quick before we are done on our plastic production, and then I have a lot of cleanup to do and planning. 247. So this has worked very well, and I also wanted to show you guys the quarry has finished. Well, a couple hours ago, not too long ago, and I wanted to show you a little trick that I did. When it got to uncovering the first lava on the bottom, just above bedrock, like I think it's Y10 or something like that, I went down there and I placed water everywhere in strategic positions. And that turned all the lava, when it started digging up the rock above it and whatever, into obsidian or more cobble. And it's really cool. You guys see, even in the walls it formed it, so no more lava came in. And we've got almost 1,600 obsidian. 2,000. We got a lot of stuff. I took out a lot of clay throughout this. I didn't want to this fill up. 48, and I took out, I think, half a stack of gold. That's it. So very little gold in this entire area here. This is how big is this again? I think this is close to 4x4 chunks. That is not a lot of gold. That is really crazy how little gold there's generated. I'm gonna have to revisit this. But this is the last time I'm running the quarry in this place, by the way, because I added Thaumcraft. I want to reset the mining age. And I already got this guy here. I took off those redstone gates right there, so they don't use any more fuel at all. right? They're not running because I don't want to waste anything. And I'm going to move everything into here, pack up these items over there. And that's about it. There's nothing else really here of interest. You know, maybe I'll take this stuff down, maybe not. And then I'll reset the mining age. So we get a new generation. So I get amber and cinnabar from Thaumcraft. And then possibly also the shards. Who knows? And then I'll set up the quarry again. But I have tons of materials now. Besides gold. And 48 diamonds is also not very... I mean, I got more emeralds than diamonds. But guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the new build. And I can't wait to hear you guys' comments on... You know, if you have ideas for the rig over here. Any things that you want to add that you think would be fun with the mob farm. Until then, guys. I wanted to load in on the rig so I can say bye there. There we go. That's it, guys. Take care. Stay safe. And bye-bye.